Look at this damn snow. Probably gotten 3 or 4 inches so far. Crazy, crazy. But that's not the point of this video. Actually, we're going to be doing a beer review. And I gotta say, my expectations for this are very, 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 very low. As they probably should be. We are going to be reviewing Natural Ice by Anheuser-Busch. First off, the 25-ounce cans just came out not long ago. Budweiser's got one. I picked up one of those. Well, I thought it was only Budweiser, but no, several other brands have it too, including this one. Natural Ice, it says here, ice brewed for a natural smooth taste. Yeah, we'll see about that. But considering it's Anheuser-Busch, that's always a good start, because I like a lot of Anheuser-Busch products. There's very few I don't like. Let me see here. Like I said, 5.9% alcohol. I didn't go on Beer Advocate. I didn't do any of that stuff. These kind of shitty beers I really don't do any extra checking on. The born on date here is October 15th. So it's about, it's fairly fresh. Only about 3 weeks old. Yeah, I wish I could have a little more for you in that. My last, I want to come out and make a correction. I said Ice House was the first ice beer I ever had, which is not true. Somebody pointed that out to me, and I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember what your name is, but thank you for doing that. I actually had Milwaukee's Best Ice, so that's another ice beer, so I correct myself. This is my 3rd ice beer. My last ice beer was not too pleasant. And again, for those of you who don't know now, you look this up on the internet, so you gotta kind of take this with a grain of salt, but according to Google, an ice beer is brewed the exact same way as like your normal Budweiser, Coors, Miller, whatever. Just at the end of the process, they freeze the beer. Because remember, alcohol does not freeze. I had some dumbass, I want to bring this up. I had some dumbass on here say, well, beer freezes because you put it in the freezer, it freezes. Yes, beer freezes because it has water in it. That's why it freezes. Alcohol itself does not freeze. If you would put a bottle of Jack Daniels in the freezer at 50 below zero, it would not freeze. So, yes, I'm aware that beer freezes because beer has water in it. That's why it freezes. So anyways, I wanted to get that out there. So anyways, yes, Natural Ice. Oh boy, what the fuck's this gonna be like? But I'm gonna keep an open mind. It can't get any worse than that fucking horrendous Ice House, I don't think. I mean, that shit was just, ugh. Liquefied shit, pretty much. Actually, shit probably tastes better than that. But anyways, let's see here. Open this up, had this in the freezer, of course. Okay, so it's got its typical, your typical smell right away, right off the bat, like Budweiser, Bud Light. It's got the exact same smell. Maybe a little hint stronger because of the alcohol content, but, oh God. Now that I keep smelling this for a minute, that pleasant smell, it does not last long. Lord, please help me today. Alright, so let's put it in there. Okay. Perfect. And not a surprise, it's straw colored with a foamy fizzy head that dissipates rather quickly, as I can see. This does not smell appealing. Now it's out of the can, it really don't. You know, in all fairness, this is a pretty popular beer. I see this quite a bit. It's one of the most common light or ice beers around here. I am really not looking forward to this at all. Because like I said, but I'll keep an open mind because that, like I said, that Ice House shit, I don't think it can get any worse than that. Of course, then again, I haven't had a lot of ice beer, so. Okay, head dissipates like instantly, as you can see. Pop, pop, like a Coca-Cola, just like pop. Nothing unusual about that. It's an Anheuser-Busch product. Carbonated. Head goes away almost immediately. Well, less talking, more tasting, right? So let's see how it goes. You know, actually, it was not as bad as I was expecting. But with that being said, it ain't good either. Oh, fuck. Oh, I love that aftertaste. That has got a nasty aftertaste. I will say this. I've done 3 so far. I've done Milwaukee's Best Ice, or Beast Ice as everybody calls it, Ice House, and Natural Ice. If I had to pick between the 3, this is the winner. My reason for that is Beast Ice was a little more bitterness. I mean, it punched you in the face more. Ice House, I don't need to say another word about that. That was so fucking nasty, it just made you want to puke right there on the spot. This, I will say, it doesn't have a lot of taste until that very end, that nasty bitterness. And this ain't really super cold anymore because I had it out of the freezer for about 10 minutes because you never can tell if it's got crystal shards in it or whatever. I didn't want to do that. This goes good if I was eating some food like macaroni and cheese or Mexican food and I want something to wash something down with but still get drunk. This would do it. Would this be a beer that I would just want to have on a hot day? No. No, oh, that aftertaste, man. Oh, that aftertaste is horrible. It's right at the back, the very back. Like I said, this really don't taste like nothing at first. That's why it's more drinkable, but this shit, I mean, Ice House, you got that shit right up front. I mean, it was that nasty. Beast Ice, little more bitterness to it than this. But apparently this is the same amount of alcohol as Beast Ice, so I mean, I'll probably finish this one. Price-wise, this wasn't too bad. It was $2.29 for a 25-ounce can. You know, obviously, when I bought Ice House for a 24-ounce can for $1.09 at the grocery store, that should have screamed a red flag right there. Like, this is shit. Don't buy it. But I think I'll just stick with Budweiser, Bud Light. Or, I mean, not Bud Light, I don't dislike Bud Light, but it's at the bottom of my list. It's just something about it I don't like. I mean, I like Busch, I like Budweiser, I like the original Budweiser a lot. I like Budweiser Kameda Chelada. And I know Bud Light's got a lot of... Bud Light actually just came out with a new one. I saw it at the store. Bud Light Lime did. And it's called Cranberita. So Bud Light Lime Cranberita, so cranberry obviously, of lime and cranberry juice. I bet, yeah, that sounds good. Bet that's nasty. But, in all fairness, this is not as bad as I was expecting. But, it's... Guys, if you want to get drunk and you want something cheap, this is the way it is. I guess that goes the same with any American beer, but if you want a stronger alcohol by volume, I mean, nowadays you got Four Loko, you got Tilt, you got all that stuff that's 10, 12, 14% that you really don't need this anymore, because back when these first came out, these were a big deal, but now... It tastes almost like a Budweiser, except at first it does, but it's got way more bitterness. It's just got a very weird bitterness. And I know Budweiser's bitter, but Budweiser's tolerable. This is kind of like, ugh, makes you want to gag a little bit. So Natural Ice, I'll give this beer C. I mean, it's an average ice beer. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. It's not going to blow your socks off. Some people say this is really nasty. And I've had some people say it's good. They liked it. So you're going to get mixed reviews. I'm sure Beer Advocate gives it a poor rating. I'm sure the bros give it a 0 out of 100. I mean, all these American beers are going to get low scores. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous, but take it as you want. Natural Ice, my third ice beer. I might try another ice. I saw Keystone Ice. Well, I've had Keystone regular, and I did not like Keystone, so I imagine I would not like Keystone Ice at all. But anyways, guys, Natural Ice, C overall. It's something, if you want something to drink just to get a quick buzz, or something to wash down food with, that's what it's good for. But, yeah, that's about it, guys. So Natural Ice, pick it up if you want. Price-wise ain't bad, but it's your average at best.